Hey, what's up, y'all? We back here in the rabbit hole, man. We getting a little deeper and deeper as we go. We getting a little deeper in that rabbit hole, Wings of Redemption. Let's get right on into it. But I leave off, right here. I had a timestamp or whatever where I left off, but as soon as I press my button to record, I just lose everything.
An event that many considered to be the moment when his career changed completely. On August 25th, 2011, the hosts of the Painkiller Already podcast gathered to record their 67th episode to thousands of viewers live. They had eventually chosen to change their recording methods. Rather than simply recording and then uploading the podcast to hosting sites and YouTube, they would stream their recording sessions to Justin TV with three main sections: a pre-show, the podcast itself, and a post-show.
I never heard of that.
While the podcast would only run for approximately an hour and a half, this stream would last for upwards of 3 hours, sandwiching the official part of the podcast with casual conversation. This particular week, their guest was an up-and-coming Call of Duty commentator who went by Syndicate. Syndicate had gained popularity by playing the cooperative game mode in Call of Duty called Nazi Zombies, or simply Zombies, which eschewed human opponents in favor of AI-controlled hordes of enemies. For the majority of the stream, the episode proceeded as normal, with Jordy discussing his newfound fatherhood.
I'm really digging the whole father figure kind of. It's cool seeing, like, you're doing stuff with them and they're responding to it, and, you know, you're actually getting through to it, and you win those little battles, and those little battles feel like you win wars. It's like you're just getting him to say what he feels, like, instead of, I don't know, or because...
However, during the post-stream, Jordy began to mention his low opinion of Syndicate's abilities and his chosen play mode, while simultaneously showing his ignorance about it.
If you want to try and get all the zombies, like say it's an insta-kill and there's a zombie to your right, you know, you want to make the most of it or something. Or is it huge
I've had this debate with people so often. Let's just go back to multiplayer, so where my experience is at.
But wait, we're not talking about multiplayer, right? Like, I think Syndicate would...
No, there's no difference. What's the difference between a zombie behind you and a guy with a gun behind you? What's the difference?
One is, one is AI, you know, and the other is the actual player with intelligence and stuff. We are in the day and age in video games where AI is right on the same path as, or right on the same, you know, as real players. So if a zombie's behind you, and this is back when, like, the 360 days, man, them zombies were dumb as hell. I used to play Kino. I don't fuck with Call of Duty, but I used to love me some old Nazi zombies. You play Kino, I used to go around, and I'm sure everybody knew about this. You go around the whole stage and the theater and shit like that. You could actually round them up, and they would just be in a straight line. So you could take the thunder gun or ray gun, you could just blast them. You know what I mean? That's how dumb that they were. The AI was just so dumb in that game with the zombies that you just round them up and you just start, you know what I mean, blasting them. So it's, what the hell is this dude saying?
The difference is if you're facing one way, you're going to turn all the way to turn around to the zombie, and you haven't got quick revival.
I look at it like
you're gonna knife that zombie,
if you get yourself in that position, you deserve to die.
Not at all, because zombies.
As they argued and Jordy continued to profess his skill, Woody had a proposition.
See, I'm just gonna say this: you're talking to a guy who's probably 4 times the multiplayer than you are.
Yeah,
and you no matter. It doesn't matter. There's no difference.
I'll do this.
You're talking to a guy who's 4 times.
In zombies, like, I didn't mean that in no like slouch. Like, zombies ain't easy. Like, there's people who go hard. Like, people set records and stuff, and in zombies and stuff. So people can say that is easy or whatever, but that's okay. That's because you're doing what, the first 10 levels, 15 levels, 20 levels. You got people doing 55, doing 75, 100, probably in the hundreds and stuff. You know what I mean? That's when it starts to get crazy, man. So I don't know what Wings talking about.
The zombie player you are.
I bet you right now I could get on zombies and stay toe for toe with Tom and not even know the fucking map.
Let's stream.
You know why?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Why?
They're not going to.
Why I can do this? Because I use my brain. I think, well, where's my back at?
Oh yeah, let's show it.
That's why
I'm not about to go. I'm not about to get on to play 6 hours.
What? You were not gonna play 6 hours anyway.
Soon, Woody and fellow commentator Redneck were teasing and goading Jordy.
You're gonna beat me on zombies because you play on 2 sensitivity, whereas I play on insane.
I'm saying
That's why you call me out.
insane does not mean shit.
Syndicate, I'd like to add this to the conversation. I am also much better at zombies than you, but I refuse to play or prove it or stream it or provide any kind of evidence about it because it would take me too long.
I didn't say I was better. I said I'd go toe for toe with him. Like I would kill.
Okay,
just as
all
many
right.
zombies
Well, then
as he
I
would.
take it back. Tom, I am just as good as you, but I refuse to play.
It's boring as
No,
fuck.
that's
Why do you
fine.
think I
As
don't
they
play
discussed
zombies?
further, Wings continued to describe his superiority in both skill and content creation.
Me, it's just a whole different thing. I try not to be fake, and me.
This just reminds me of, and I'm sorry to get sidetracked. I keep pausing the video. Sorry about that. I was in school. I was probably what, 4th grade, 5th grade, something around there. Back in the day, kids fight over, or debate over the stupidest things. Well, this in particular day, we was at the lunch table. Like, yo, man, someone said to me, like, yo, man, I'm faster than you. Faster than who? This is, remember back in the day, you used to care about how fast you were. If you weren't fast, then you felt like in the inside you were worthless. So you had to be fast. Faster than who? They said, yo, man, I'm faster than you. I said, you're not faster than me, man. The guy really was like, I really am. I was like, all right, let's race after school. I said, that reminds me, I said, let's race after school. All right. He says, nah, man, I can't race after school this day. I said, all right, man, let's race after school this day. Nah, man, I can't do it. I was like, all right, man, so let's race on the weekend then. He was like, why would I waste my time racing you if I already know that I'm faster than you? Like, come on, miss me with all that, man. People just like to talk. And this remind me exactly of this situation.
Me not being fake makes a lot of people not like me.
Not being fake.
Not being fake.
So you mean like?
Woody, however, had a retort that revealed quite a bit about Jordy's personality.
Your online personality didn't match your in real life personality.
Shit does.
No, so my experience with, Jordy as opposed to Wings was that in real life you were much more sensitive, much more caring. In real life you were I like almost gentle sounds like a put down. It's not what I'm going for. But you were nice to everybody. And there were I don't mean to none of this is meant to be put down. None of this, but there was like an endearing level of insecurity, right? Whereas like the Wings of Redemption in a lobby is full of bravado. I'm the best player to ever exist. I can beat Syndicate in zombies, right? Like, but the Wings of Redemption that I met in real life in Beverly Hills, like not everything is easy for him. Not everything is so great, and he's caring about other people, and he was true and honest, and he was himself, but. He wasn't, like beat you over the head with self-confidence kind of guy at Beverly Hills.
Would you lick his face?
Well, at the one time, yeah.
Soon after, just as they seemed to be forgetting about the challenge Woody had suggested, Jordy went back to bragging, and while Syndicate had initially been humble, he shared his confidence in his ability at previous titles in the series.
I'm not upset about anything, dude.
I gotta take a piss.
I just know I know what I've been to, and I've played with every single commentator there is to
said
play.
you
with.
Because I've got quite a lot of friends who like in the same frame of mind, and it's like there's no change in it. I know, like most common ones I've played in the most is COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and I could probably beat you in them too. Well, I'd do it for the fun of it. I'd go for it.
Let's do it.
So what map are we playing? I'll get my ass slapped, I know I will, but I'd still do it.
See, the thing is...
But as Jordy's braggadocious claims reached their height, his anxieties were also
He's
revealed.
the best. Well,
You know the reason I don't do it? Because if I happen to lose, I hear about it for years.
Exactly. So like, if you lost against me, would you hear that for years?
Yes,
Probably not, because I wouldn't bring it up again.
No, but everybody in the stream would, and then they would tell somebody else, and then people that don't.
So then shut up. Don't start none, won't be none, man. Don't start none, won't be none. That's all I'm gonna say. Because what's the point of bringing all that junk up? Oh, I'm better than you. This is easy. Blah blah blah. If you there's no chance that you want any smoke with this dude. You know what I mean? Don't start none, won't be none. That's it.
Don't like me would get to it and start coming to the videos saying it.
Yeah, but why'd you care?
But I know I'm not going to lose to you.
Due to his console being in a separate room from his PC, Syndicate could listen to the call as the other three discussed, but could not speak for the duration of the game. As Syndicate left to turn on his console, Jordy played a warm-up match. Soon, their duel began.
Oh, they
Jordy and
played?
Syndicate utilized radically different playstyles. As previously mentioned, Jordy preferred positions that offered control over the map, and once he reached them, he would remain mostly static, exploiting the strength that the location provided. Syndicate, however, preferred a more mobile playstyle, rapidly moving from location to location in order to gain an advantage over his opponent and to make himself difficult to locate and pin. They would play on Bog, a map with a few long sight lines, and they would use M16s, a relatively long range and high damage weapon. These choices clearly favored Jordy's style, but Syndicate acquiesced, perhaps because he was unconcerned with victory and was more interested in sating Jordy's ego. The game would end either after 10 minutes or after one person had scored 30 kills. The map on which they were to play was defined by a single central location, known colloquially as the trash pile, or the hill. This hill not only offers omnidirectional cover for whomever controls it, but its height allows the person to apply pressure across the majority of the map, meaning that many games played on it are focused almost entirely on controlling this position. By the time the match began, approximately 4,000 people had gathered to watch, a considerable number for the time. Jordy spawned on the southern side of the map, while Syndicate spawned in the northeastern corner. Moving quickly, Jordy discovered Syndicate's position early, and within the first 12 seconds of the game, he had taken the first kill. But already, there was a problem. Jordy realized that they had forgotten to turn on the radar, so that neither Jordy nor Syndicate could tell the position of the other player without seeing them or hearing them. This meant that whoever was losing would be forced to play far more aggressively than normal in order to retake the lead before the timer ran out. Jordy noticed this immediately, stating that all he had to do was sit still and listen for Syndicate's footsteps.
You probably should have put radar on, because I can sit there and be a bitch and just sound horn now.
However, due to his slurred speech and poor microphone quality, many people interpreted this statement as insulting Syndicate and acting cocky. Syndicate, undeterred, respawned and immediately took the trash pile, using it to get his first kill. Perhaps looking to test Syndicate's abilities and find his weaknesses, Jordy began experimenting with new tactics, engaging from farther away and attempting to sneak behind him, but Syndicate proved prepared for each instance.
Yeah, he getting mobbed.
Finally, with a bit of luck, Jordy spawned behind Syndicate, dislodging him from the hill. The positions reversed, Jordy had his chance to catch up, soon getting another kill, setting the score at 3-4. But Syndicate had an unforeseen advantage. Though he had never seen Jordy's gameplay, he knew that Jordy favored more passive strategies, and based on this knowledge, he took a gamble. Syndicate threw 2 grenades toward the trash pile. One landed wide, but the other landed directly on top of Jordy, forcing him off of the power position.
Miracle Nade almost hit its target.
Oh my god.
Oh,
you get the flame sauce.
Miracle Nade.
Too far to reliably retake the hill, Syndicate ran farther west and hunkered down behind cover, and Jordy followed. However, perhaps suspecting such, Syndicate turned and took another kill.
I feel like I'm watching like a war documentary or something on YouTube. But this is pretty cool though. Like they actually settled the, it's actually pretty cool. Pro Syndicate, man, he holding it down. For real. He was being nonchalant about himself. He was being cool. Like, nah, man, I ain't a multiplayer player, but you'll probably mount me, and he's showing out right now.
Kill with a single burst as Jordy ran towards him, with no chance of a rebuttal. Spawning on the other side of him, Jordy attempted to catch Syndicate by surprise, but again, Syndicate was too quick, and a single burst was enough to finish him off. Now with over double Jordy's score, Syndicate was in a comfortable lead, defying the expectations of nearly everybody present.
Come on, man. I hate to pause the video, bro. Look at that username up there. Look at that Xbox name up there. I buy baby Africans. What the hell?
But while the other people in the voice call were laughing and enjoying themselves, Jordy's mood was souring. Having just insulted the ability of his opponent, and with his reputation as one of the most popular Call of Duty players, he felt pressured not only to win, but to do so convincingly.
Especially when you talk that shit.
His confidence was proving more fragile than his boasts had suggested. Jordy again spawned on the trash pile, taking another kill as Syndicate attempted to reposition, but he was removed from it almost immediately after another engagement.
Good
Oh,
lord.
Syndicate up 8-4.
Despite his lead, Syndicate chose not to remain sedentary, instead moving about the map and searching for the next engagement in adherence to etiquette. By this point, the stream had reached approximately 7,000 viewers. Jordy respawned south of the hill and made a dash for it, but was caught by Syndicate and pinned behind a piece of cover. As Jordy stayed in place, Syndicate moved west and, again predicting Jordy correctly, flanked him and took another kill.
Is he still sitting over there, just crouching?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you where he is. That wouldn't be right.
A minute passed as the two hunted each other. With pressure mounting, Jordy began to accuse Syndicate of misconduct only seconds before the shot of the next engagement began from across the map.
Picking up girls lately.
Look here,
Watching
let
my
me.
videos.
Why don't you go and make a comment that there's not been a shot fired in almost 2 minutes because Syndicate's laying on his belly somewhere.
No, he's not.
Come on, bro.
After a relatively long fight, Wings took the kill, but he would have to win these fights much faster for a chance at victory. Suspecting that Wings had again taken cover at the hill, Syndicate threw another 2 grenades at the location, but Wings had anticipated this and moved to a different piece of cover farther east. Catching Syndicate unaware, he took yet another kill for himself and finally began to close the gap in score. Slowing down the pace of the match, he again lodged himself into the hill, taking his comfortable defensive posture, knowing that Syndicate wouldn't want to hide and wait out the timer. But in a straightforward duel, Syndicate again proved Jordy's match. It would be nearly another minute before the two saw each other again, and Jordy was losing patience, demanding that Woody tell him Syndicate's location.
Dude, he's just
Oh,
fucking hiding. Look, I'm looking at the fucking map right now. Where's he at?
Oh, I see him. He's not hiding. He's looking for you.
I'm standing on the fucking open. He can't see this because he's too busy laying on his belly half the time.
That's not true. Like, we can all see what he's doing. He's hunting for you.
Yeah, he's not doing a good job.
With less than 2.5 minutes remaining and a 4-kill lead in Syndicate's favor, Jordy was forced to change tactics. Spotting Syndicate in the south, he threw a single grenade for a kill, but this was followed by a time-consuming duel that saw Syndicate the victor, time that Jordy could no longer afford. Jordy began chasing after Syndicate over and over, desperately trying to close the score, but for each kill that he gained, Syndicate would gain at least one more in return.
Wow.
After a frantic flurry of action that lasted a minute and a half, Jordy finally lost the last of his patience as he realized that he could no longer feasibly win.
Commentator Showdown goes on. Like, I knew
And this
it was a
is-
tough lobby to do well in, but I was there.
Sorry about that.
Wings, are you in the game? Wings, did you spawn in?
I broke my controller.
You broke your controller?
Yeah, keep fucking laughing, you fucking faggot.
Oh, Wings, I think you are.
Wow, come on, man. What a sore loser, bro. Why you gonna call him out then? Like, come on, man. That's so trash. That's so trash. He's, yo, call him a, because he lost.
Bad
Fucking
days.
suck. Fucking faggot. Fucking shit.
Broke his controller. That makes it worse, man. If you would have just lost him, all right, man, you caught me. Good game, man. It would have been cool, but you broke your controller. You mad. You're mad, man.
We've all been there, man.
Fuck you.
Me?
Fuck! Why the fuck you stream that shit?
It was your idea.
No, I didn't say stream it.
Oh my god, bro. I gotta be
It was
mad.
your idea.
He already knew it was streamed before they even.
While this loss was unlikely to make a significant impact on Jordy's reputation overall, his actions soon afterwards would ensure that it would remain one of the most memorable parts of his career.
The legend himself.
The day after the duel, Syndicate made a post to Twitter. Though the structure of the tweet was a bit confusing, the message was clear. Quote, "See for yourselves. I held respect the loss for Wings yesterday, but after this, no." Attached was a screen capture of a conversation between the two of them. Apparently, Alki David, the billionaire who had hosted the Call of Duty competition the previous month, was offering $5,000 to the winner of a rematch between Jordy and Syndicate. Looking to repair his image, Jordy had approached Syndicate, offering to fix the match so he could guarantee a victory. Quote, "You get $3,000, I get $2,000, but I have to come out on top. Sound like a good deal or want no part of it?" Syndicate flatly refused, offended by the offer. Jordy grew desperate, saying, "I need this kind of money. I don't make $2,000 a day. I got a family to feed, so money is a big deal to me. You said you wanted to bury the hatchet. What better way we both make money? And I beat you by like 1 kill in Game 5. It's a $1,000 to lose a game you're not expected to win. I figured I'd offer it." To which Syndicate replied, "No way, Wings. You just blew it big style."
Yeah, no
and
kidding,
ceased
man.
communication.
To lose a game you're not expected to win.
Jordy
Yeah, I
soon
beat
created
you.
a video discussing his loss to Syndicate and uploaded it on August 26, 2011, titling it, "I'm Only Human," in which he discussed his conduct.
One of my pet peeves is I hate losing. I hate losing with a passion. I hate losing even more when I'm the only person that has something to lose. And it's something I've been trying to get over all my life. I mean, even when I was a child, I could not stand losing. It feels like I've
I thought you were gonna say when I was a child I could not stand. Like,
failed in every form and manner, period, when I lose. I felt like I wasn't good enough to the point where it's like, maybe I shouldn't be playing.
Despite his attempts to address this, his comment sections soon afterwards would be littered with references to the infamous duel, taunting him for his loss. This further fueled his discomfort, and it would manifest as videos talking about himself and his personal problems in vague terms, such as a video published less than a month after the duel titled, "My Weight and Life Problems."
A lot of
Oh,
people
here we
get the
go.
impression that I'm this
Here we go.
asshole person to subscribers and everything else, and all they ever do is they single out the negative. That's kind of what anybody does. It's like a first human nature to kind of single out the negative of everything. Nobody sees the positives that you put out there. Nobody sees how many people that you've actually helped. I mean, I can list. You go on to any other commentators' videos, you won't see even a shrimp of the amount of hate that I get, which I knew going into it with my play style that I would get tons of hate. And since there's been so much stress with sub box breaking, the view count thing, the losing the 1v1, all the haters, all the loss of subs, I've actually gained 20 pounds because all I've been doing is worrying and eating. That to go along with the new family that I got, it gets really problematic. I mean, it's just all stress, and then there's other problems in life, like, you know,
they don't want to hear it, man. They don't want to hear it. They don't care.
why is this like this? I try to be a nice person. Why do I constantly get hate? You know, like people like ignore the haters. It's hard to ignore the haters because your natural response to anything is to single out the negative. Oh man, why couldn't that be like COD 4? You know what I'm saying? And if you ever actually wonder where that's from, that's from the Trailer Park Boys. You can check that out on Netflix if you live
Where is it from?
in the United States.
No
Alongside
comment.
his regular YouTube content, he began occasionally live streaming his play sessions in late November of 2011. However, Jordy also began to show some of his negative views of himself.
First off, most of my fan base don't like me anyway. Most people watch me to say what I'm about to say.
Despite this growth, he was losing enthusiasm for his gaming career, something he made unabashedly clear in his videos in early 2012, such as in a video titled, "Why Hide the Truth?"
You know, I do have for you today some stale ass fucking gameplay. That's what I got for you. I got it on lockdown too. And you know why I have stale ass fucking gameplay? Because I hate playing the fucking game. Plain and simple. But you know why I play the fucking game? Because it's the only thing that gets views. That's quite honest. And a lot of people want to ask you, you know, why don't you get a real job? Real jobs don't pay as well. They don't. I mean, perfectly honest. Like, if a real job was the answer, I would have gotten a real job a year ago.
In March, another significant upheaval occurred in his life.
For those of you who know, I've been dating a girl named Shalene for about a year now, and
Uh-oh.
Today I kind of decided for a huge life change. I actually asked her to move out of the house again. I kind of made some bad decisions in my life, and a lot of it was influenced, from her being there and trying to keep her happy. And it's got me in a really bad financial situation, and I needed time to basically get my life back together.
By this point, it appeared that his finances were beginning to struggle as well, stating in a video on March 11th of 2012 that he had, quote, sold most.
Let me add real quick. This video is really well done. I forgot who made the video, but this video is really well done. Like, this is like high quality, like documentary, like kind of style. Really well made.
Most of my guns over the last year or so to keep afloat. This suggests one or a combination of three potential factors: that he was making less money than he had first shared, that his income had reduced significantly, and that he had spent so much money on Shalene that he had drained much of his finances. Later, he would share that by his estimations, he had spent
She like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. That's neither here nor there.
approximately $80,000 on her and her children to care for them and buy them things, including a new truck in which they had eventually left. Perhaps recognizing the popularity of the content that focused more on his own life, this sort of discussion would come to dominate his videos more and more, to the point that they came to resemble vlogs more so than Call of Duty commentary.
If you're going to let the opinions of others dictate your life and allow you to basically not do something, like just because you're fat, it's going to allow you not to travel on a plane. Just because you're you don't think your face looks as pretty as somebody else, you're not going to go to a movie. That's in the same line and ballpark of thinking that you're in by not wanting to date a girl because she's classified as a slut.
One of the topics that he would discuss frequently was his weight, as well as his desire and efforts to reduce it, which included sharing video of himself working out and recording straightforward vlogs about it.
And this is my first trip to Dr. Norman since I got back on the diet. And I went and got the prescription pills again for it. And while I was there, I was weighed, and it bothered me how much I weighed at that point because I kind of realized where I was at. Keep in mind, March-ish of last year, 2011, I was around 368 pounds. So within 1 year, I had put on around 100 pounds.
This pressure would continue to build, and soon it would manifest in a way that would shock his viewership and further alienate him from his contemporaries and his friends. In September of 2012, Jordy entered an argument on social media with another commentator going by El Presador. In a now deleted tweet, Jordy wrote, "I've got a load of guns, El Presador, and if I decide to kill myself, I'm taking you with me." Soon, the Call of Duty commentary community was talking among themselves about Jordy's conduct, but there was at least one person that saw an opportunity. DJ Keemstar had been publishing tweets that he labeled as Drama Alert for some time, cataloging drama occurring online, and here he sought to both capitalize on the recent drama and diffuse it at the same time. Acting quickly, he gathered a number of these commentators for a group call that would be recorded and streamed live on September 23rd. But before
He looks like such a douche, man.
Before El Presador or Jordy could join the call, another commentator who had inserted himself into the situation joined as well, going by White Boy 7th Street, who proceeded to lambaste Jordy for his conduct. He expressed his belief that Jordy had made these comments on Twitter to increase his view count.
Right. He did it for attention. That's what a fucking 13-year-old emo chick does. I care about Wings. I like Wings, and I'm sure all the viewers do as well. I can relate to him. I have a personal relationship with him. I can feel him. I can understand him. Mm-hmm. And that's why I got away with so much stuff. But faking it, crying wolf, I lost it. I lost it for him.
Soon after, Duranker had an opportunity to give his perspective.
I respect what Wings does, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying all he ever does is complain.
As soon as Jordy joined the call, he demanded that he be able to speak with the other three who had become involved: White Boy 7th Street, Duranker, and El Presador. Immediately upon Duranker's rejoining, Jordy began insulting him based on his employment, then began proclaiming his superior income.
Go ahead, Wings.
I told you what it is. You're a production supervisor. You walk around with your hands in your pocket.
He'd be like normal. Then he runs his microphone. Put the mic close to you, bro.
You probably turned to wrench in 8 years, and you want to sit there and talk about gall of working hard. So you have a fucking cake job. Your job is fucking cake. What you do is you hold your hands in your pocket. You wait till the fucking safety meeting in the morning so you can suck up to some fucking big wig's dick. Then you go home and you drink your fucking Miller Lite. What it sounds like you're doing.
No, actually, I'm on my phone. I'm actually at work because I have a job. Anyway.
Actually at work because you have a job. You know what? I did your fucking job for 5 years. And you know what? I make more money now than I did at that job in one day of the week than I did.
Wings, and that's what I'm saying. You make a lot of money, but all you do is
But the fact is, the more money you make, the more responsibility you take on. You're also failing to neglect. You're talking about people taking $120 out of their check to feed their family. Look here, son. I have 9 people I support. 9. Not 1, not 2, not 3 children. 9.
Paradoxically, he then began explaining his aversion to manual labor.
No. You're making it seem like I've never worked a real job before. The reason that I have worked a real job is the reason I don't want to work a real job again. It doesn't matter if it's labor or backbreaking work. You know, if I see a person digging a ditch, you know what I don't think? That's a hard worker. I think that's somebody that fucked up in his life.
Right.
Soon, Woody offered insight into Jordy's mentality and even claimed that Jordy was lying.
Wings, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
All right, so when I was watching the Twitter feed unfold, like this is how it played in my own head. I saw, you upset, and I know you, right? You're a guy who thinks a little bit short term. When cash comes in the bank, you feel wealthy. When the bills roll in, you feel broke. When the views are high, you feel, if you have a good day view-wise, you feel like things are awesome. If you have a single bad day view-wise, you worry that the world is crashing. So I watched you on YouTube and I thought, you know what? He's not joking or putting on a suicide hoax. He's just a guy who has extreme feelings and expresses, like, there's no sort of long-term, moderation filter on there. If I get 700,000 views today and 30,000 views tomorrow, I feel like I got 730,000 views over 2 days. You feel like, oh my gosh, my channel crashed today. The world is ending. And so when I watched your Twitter thing and saw White Boy respond to it, I felt like White Boy was off target because he's like, oh my gosh, this guy faked a hoax. I saw it. I felt like you claimed it was a hoax as a way to change the topic and end the beef.
Wings, it's kind of been you versus the world tonight.
No, it's always me versus the world, dude. It's been like that for the last 3 years of my career.
How far is the world then?
I'm pretty much, Scarface of the YouTube community. I'm the bad guy. I'm the camper. I'm everything that personifies everything bad.
Say that way. You were the Scarface of the YouTube community.
Exactly.
After a bit more arguing, Jordy began to threaten and insult.
He's the Scarface of YouTube community.
White Boy, while Woody unsuccessfully attempted to defuse the situation.
You're real close to me just telling you what you actually make.
And you're fucking figuring that's not anybody's business what people make though, Wings.
I know what he makes. His contract can't be much different from mine.
But Wings, he's not talking about money though.
He is. He's calling me a view whore when he said himself I'd get like 1,000 views. But you're a fucking dumbass, dude. I don't do that shit for views. If I did that shit for views, I would do it on my fucking YouTube channel. Why don't you take your one-eyed ass and learn fucking something? Quit smoking pot. Quit being a fucking high school dropout.
So I think instead of going after the message,
too easy.
We should talk about the message.
Fucking talk. Like,
I'm a fucking person too, and you're sitting there trying to destroy my livelihood by some fucking bullshit, trying to say I did some view whore and shit.
Fucking suicide. Do you not understand the gravity of the situation? You faked the suicide for views. Your fucking raw instinct.
After Jordy returned, the live stream took on a drastically different tone, discussing Jordy and his negative mental health.
It's not a fucking fake suicide. That's what you don't fucking understand. I'm a suicidal fucking person. I don't like my fucking life.
Wings, why do you... Okay, listen, Wings. Sometimes we, as human beings, we just have to look down when things are tough and look at what we have. I know I'm sounding like a Hallmark card
What
right
do I
now.
fucking have, Keemstar? I have a fucking night full of drama. I have fucking El Presidor trying to get big off me by threatening to put the FBI on me. I have one of the biggest channels in the gaming on YouTube trying to shut me down while I'm having one of the worst months of my fucking life. What do I have?
Wings, think about what you just said. You said that you have El Presidor trying to get big off of you. Now, do you really believe that? Do you really believe that?
El Presidor's a fucking leech. That's
No. But what I'm saying is, if El Presidor is really just trying to get big off you, that is an awesome thing. That's a compliment.
It's not an awesome thing. It hits you all at once, dude. Have you ever? Well, you probably have.
You gotta look at it glass half full, glass half empty. You have so much, and people in this community, look up to you. All right, they do. They do. People in the community actually look up to Wings. Wings has been around for forever, and as much as people battle with you, people do respect you. And admire you. Look at how many people tune into PKA. No offense to Woody, but if you were out of it, it'd be probably like half the people there. What do you think is the biggest thing, Wings, that's missing out of your life right now? What is the root thing that's making you this depressed, I guess? I mean, is there something really missing? Because people look at you from the outside and say, that guy's got a lot,
I don't know. I honestly can't answer that question.
Are you missing the girlfriend? I mean, I know money became a situation, but are you missing that companionship?
No, dude. I've had other girlfriends since Celine. I mean, I can't honestly answer that. I mean, I just don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm going nowhere.
About an hour into the live stream, however, the tone shifted dramatically again as El Presidor joined by...
You smoking a bogey? Oh, come on, Keem. I think that was a bogey.
Calling Keemstar on the telephone.
Bogey, cigarette, cancer stick, all that shit.
Though it was often difficult to understand him, it was clear that El Presidor was still intent on calling the FBI.
Yeah, but you're too lazy, and I also know that.
In the midst of this, however...
Yeah, no shit, man. You got somebody, you threaten somebody to kill somebody and all this other shit, man. You don't, push them and egg them on and be like, oh, well, you're too lazy. Come on, man.
Jordy made a remarkably prophetic statement.
Because El Presidor is one of the main instigators of my frustration. Like, generally, when I'm feeling bad, he's the person there to try to kick you when you're down.
Why don't you get that he's just a troll and he says he's trolling you while he's doing it and you still bite into it? You're feeding him, Wings. You're feeding the troll.
I understand that.
Then why don't you just stop?
Because it's not built into me to stop. It's not.
In the end, however, the drama was resolved.
So, Wings, El Presidor, this is a breakthrough moment. El Presidor said, let's sweep it under the rug. What do you think, Wings?
That seems like a good idea to me. It seems like a lot of headaches avoided.
Bam.
There you go. Bad Kid Show.
Bam. And give me a pre-tackling video, man.
Even so, this moment deteriorated the relationships that
Google Plus is such a shit show, man. I remember Google Plus, man. Goddamn.
That he had with other content creators even further, as he was already known as a volatile personality. The rest of the stream was dedicated to discussing Jordy's mental state, where he reiterated his desire to stop working as an internet personality.
Okay, I hear a sound of depression. Can we say that?
I'm not really depressed though. I mean, as soon as I leave this room, I'm happy. As soon as I forget all of this, I'm happy. That's why I said beforehand when I was a little more upset that I know what I need to do. What I need to do is quit YouTube and move on with my life. But at the same time, this is the high point so far in my life. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be the only high point in my life. It's hard to walk away from having access to 50,000 people. It's hard to walk away from, basically being able to get advice at any time of the day, any day of the week. It's hard to walk away from, being somebody of importance to going back into a world where you're nobody.
Even after alienating so many other creators, his relationship with his friends on the Painkiller Already podcast remained consistent, But this would not last.
All right, y'all, we gotta end the video right there. So this was part 2. I think part 3, I'm just gonna bang out the whole second half of this video. It's crazy. I'm learning some things about Wings I didn't really know about. Not that I give a damn, because he's not really a good person, but just it seems like he plays the victim a lot. What's new, right? It's just crazy. I wonder if this video is gonna get into the racial things that he said, and the bigoted things that he said, and all the, you know, age of consent things, and she say no 3 times, that means yes type shit. Like, I wonder if this video is gonna get into all that, because I know that this is, you know, a lot of early Wings shit, and I wonder if it's gonna, you know, come up into that kind of stuff. But we'll find out tomorrow, you know. But all right, y'all have a good one. Peace out.